anything else you want to add?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan Wake 2.
What the f was that?
Hi everyone. In 2019, Modern Warfare changed everything.
Name one thing Modern Warfare changed.
This is so stupid. They're naming it the same thing as a game they've already released. It makes no sense.
Monkey to Luffy.
He's called Banjo-Kazooie, you idiot. God of War looks...
Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys. And in today's video, we are going to be checking out Dunkey's Anti E3 2022 video. It's actually been a little while since we've checked out a Dunkey video, and I saw this came out yesterday, and I thought that the topic of the video would make for something a little bit different, at least compared to the Dunkey videos that I've reacted to previously. So thank you to everybody who's helped with the growth of this channel so far over this past month and a half. It's been crazy. I appreciate everybody who's been continuously leaving comments, recommending videos for me to check out. There's so many that I got to get back to, so I will try to get to those as soon as I can, guys. With all that being said, though, let's just jump right into this video. E3 2022, and based on the first shot here in the video, this is Summer Games Fest, which I did actually watch. And I was curious because I wasn't sure when E3 was this year, and it turns out that it's not even happening, so...
Video game industry?
Here we go.
Nuh-uh. Nope. Video games, you just pissed me off. This
What
year's
happened,
E3
Dunkey?
was a goddamn joke, and everyone involved...
There wasn't an E3 this year. Is the Summer Games Fest like kind of taking the mantle as the event that's going to be announcing a lot of the exciting game releases? I'm gonna be honest, there were only a handful, and I mean a small hand, of games that I'm actually looking forward to. One of them being the Last of Us standalone multiplayer game. That seems dope. And there were a couple other ones. There was actually some indie ones that I thought were pretty dope as well, but...
Fuck you. This was the most sellout, embarrassing bullshit
that was the
I have
OTK
ever
event.
witnessed.
Let's check out.
Let's not. The Rock is worth $320 million.
Oh.
Why is he on here advertising an energy drink before they run a commercial for his movie during a video game expo?
That mini ad break from The Rock was actually so cringe. The way he kept pushing his fucking Zoa energy drink, bro. Like, he had it in the frame the whole time. It just felt so out of place. I feel like things of that nature, celebrity appearances on these types of shows, can be tasteful, and it's exciting because, like, I've been a gamer my whole life, and video games only became mainstream about, like, 10 years ago or so. So it's cool seeing the biggest celebrities in the world, like A-list celebrities, making appearances on these types of shows, because it validates like your investment in gaming a little bit when you see things like that. It makes it seem like the world is also kind of on board with you, but this was just not it, man. The way The Rock was just pushing his energy drink the entire time, and yeah, it was an ad for his movie, like Black Adam, right? And it's not even video game related. I don't know. I just don't think it was done. It wasn't executed as well as it could have been, pretty much.
Check this out. An iPhone.
Whoa.
Why are Twitch streamers
Okay.
on here pretending like they care about video games?
There were like games in GameCube that were like this.
Yeah, it reminds me
Damn.
a lot of, what does it remind me of? It reminds me of those, like, old school GameCube games.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait until Dunkey actually formulates his full opinion, but that'd be very interesting. I didn't think he was gonna hate on the OTK Games Expo because it wasn't the same as E3. All these AAA game studios paying to advertise their game, or at some of these more well-established events, right? This OTK one was primarily focused on indie games. There were a couple of ads sprinkled in here and there in this, but it was all pretty much from indie game developers as well, as far as I'm aware.
Don't play no games. Go talk about Johnny Depp's trial or some shit.
Damn.
The only Twitch streamer that plays games is Pete Dorr. He wasn't even on it.
I've been
That's
playing
funny.
platformers pretty much every day for the past few years. I love Jump King. I love
I don't watch Miskiff,
platformers.
so
Jump King is really good. And I always
For Last of Us multiplayer, they showed one
Yeah.
concept image.
I
This
know.
was one of the highlights of the show.
Yeah, this was actually the thing that got me the most excited.
Doesn't really need a remake. They're remaking Last of Us 1.
Again?
Definitely doesn't need a remake.
I'm Yasuhiro Anpo.
Yeah, that was
director of
silly.
Resident Evil 4.
Last of Us 1 got a remake to the remaster, which is fucking ridiculous.
And I'm Yoshiaki Hirabayashi, producer of Resident Evil 4.
RE4
This
is my
title
favorite
a
Resident
reimagining
Evil
Resident
game of all
4,
time, though.
Based on the original 2005 release of Resident Evil 4. Let's
Okay.
take a closer look at
Resident Evil 4.
The over-the-shoulder camera returns, of course.
Yep.
Look forward to future announcements.
That's it? The other big remake
What?
is Knights
I didn't
of the
watch that
Old
whole
Republic. Now,
part
this
of that,
game is old. Older than you
trailer.
remember. People who played this back on the original Xbox still consider it to be one of the best Star Wars games, and it's mostly because it has HK-47, who is a funnier character than they've ever had before in Star Wars.
Best Star Wars game of all time? Star Wars Battlefront 1. Or actually, and 2. 2 is pretty dope as well. Back on the PlayStation 2. Those games were so fucking good.
There's also Star Wars.
So ahead of their
from the
time.
guys who made Heavy Rain.
Your vast experience hasn't prevented
Oh my
8 victims
God.
from being murdered. Fucking asshole!
This studio is
What
great
mod
at
is that?
making unintentional comedies, and I do not understand how they got the Star Wars license. It's kind of like if they let Tetsuya Nomura make a Disney game.
Who? Oh. That's pretty funny. Because he did make a Disney game.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
this wasn't at Summer Games Fest, right? I guess he's kind of talking about all the
no.
video game
I'm actually
announcements.
gonna play this. In the 90s, Square was famous
I'm gonna
for
play
its
it.
dedication to storytelling. and
I'm
video
definitely going to be playing Kingdom Hearts 4.
Today, Square Enix is famous for its dedication to the worst storytelling in video games.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was like the most depressing finale, or what I thought was going to be the finale to a series that was so beloved to me, like as a child. So I'm gonna have to play Kingdom Hearts 4 in hopes that they could redeem themselves, man.
Chaos Man was so dumb it was funny. Octopath was soulless.
Never beat
Fantasy
Octopath.
15, you had to watch a movie to get the story. Dragon
Yeah.
Quest. Well, I like Dragon Quest. Final Fantasy VII Remake took a story that actually worked and butchered it. Square
Never
Enix
played the
is
remake
so
as well.
creative, they named their studio Creative Business Unit 3.
Yeah, that was funny to me.
Abysmally low standards of Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts 3 stands alone as one of the most incompetently written video games ever created.
Yeah.
And this is why I
Sadly.
have to play Kingdom Hearts 4, for the funniness of it all.
Yeah, I mean, for that, and hopefully they could redeem themselves, man. Come on. What? The fuck am I looking
Which one
at?
is the one with Sephiroth?
Hi, everyone. In 2019, Modern Warfare changed everything.
Name one thing Modern Warfare changed.
This is so stupid. They're naming it the same thing as a game they've already released. It makes no sense.
You know, and Gaz first.
We're on Steam, as you know. I mean,
Call of Duty games are still good for 2 weeks of trashy multiplayer fun, but the campaigns are so fucking pathetic, so outdated. I don't know why they showed this. It looks like shit.
I am so excited to play this.
Capcom changed the logo for
I think the reason why Call of Duty stories have kind of fallen off is because there are so many hyper-realistic military games these days. I feel like if you want like the best experience with the shooter, I'm talking about shooting games that actually focus, like, are centered around wars and stuff like that. I think you want something that's more hyper-realistic, right? Call of Duty is so arcadey that it kind of, I don't feel immersed when I play Call of Duty games anymore like I did back in the day when I didn't have anything else to compare them to.
Street Fighter 6 because everyone made fun of the old one. This game
Right.
has the great misfortune of following up Street Fighter 5, which launched without an arcade mode. The netcode is still shitty. The AI is too easy on normal mode. The bosses are too hard on hard mode. There's a lot of visual bugs, long load times. They put ads before the matches, and they played it very
What?
safe with the gameplay.
They put
Street Fighter
ads
6
before the
was a
matches.
pretty dramatic shift for the franchise, but as much as I love Street Fighter, that last game was such a slap in the face to the fans that
Never really been one that was super into Street Fighter, but I thought in the trailer, this one has like an open world type of story mode or something where you could actually run around as your character and like run up to people and pick fights, or something like that. That might be pretty cool. I've never really been super into traditional fighters. I played a shit ton of Smash Bros my whole life, like a lot, but never really gravitated towards traditional fighters other than Soul Calibur. I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2 back on my PlayStation 2 when I was a kid.
it's hard to get excited. Capcom really has to redeem themselves on this one.
Yeah.
What is a Stormgate, though?
How
Oh,
the
this looked
fuck
weird,
would I
man.
know?
So
Like,
we
yeah.
actually copied Ori and the Blind Forest because that game sold really well.
that's good because you just do something that somebody else does.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with the creativity and taking a jump off the, creative ledge.
Jump into the next game. It's from Neo Interactive, and it's called Samurai Zero.
You mean Katana Zero.
Select your samurai.
Oh, it actually is called that. What the fuck? They showed a million billion indie games. There was a show called The Wholesome Direct, and the highlight of that show is when Leah called it the Loathsome Direct. Last year there was 9 soup-type games. This year there are 200 frog-type games. Frog Sword, Frog Song, Ball Frog, Time on Frog Island, Here Comes Frog, Frog RPG, Star Frog,
what the hell?
Frog, Skate Frog, Frog Gun.
In Frog Gun, your grappling gun is a frog.
Devolver's
I feel like I gotta give the OTK guys a little bit of slack. It's their first event, and they're not professionally trained in hosting events, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say they're not like professionals at public speaking, because obviously that's their career, but I feel like there's obviously a difference between being a Twitch streamer where you're just entertaining your community and actually keeping an event like an expo show flowing and keeping the conversation feeling natural and organic. It's very different. I'll cut them a little bit of slack. I didn't really watch much of the show. I watched maybe an hour or so of it, so maybe it got too repetitive. Like maybe it wasn't very good. I can't really comment on that, but based on the hour that I saw, it seemed okay, you know.
presentation again tried its hardest to take attention away from their games and place it on themselves. Double Fine's event actually highlighted some of the more promising indie titles. The 2 that caught my eye were Shim, where you jump from shadow to shadow, and
that's
Animal
really cool.
Oil. Every game at E3 is trying to be cute and loud. These games look like they actually might be fun. Everyone thought Rockstar would show their next game. They didn't, but Rockstar
no GTA 6.
It's been 7 years since Arkham Knight, and these guys are finally back with Left 4 Dead Shark, where you have to kill Superman.
What?
The thing with co-op is that the game is no longer a $60 buy-in.
Holy shit!
$240 buy-in. Last year, It Takes Two had this great setup where
Oh,
only one person
what a
had
good
to
game.
actually own the game, and the game was incredible. If
Yeah,
Xbox is
what a
smart,
good game.
they'll put this thing on Game Pass. That is a perfect match.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah. Okay.
Alan Wake 2.
What the fuck was that?
No way this is real. There are only 2
Holy shit, wasn't this
humans
like
that have ever played the game Alan Wake. Me and my friend Woa. If anybody else says they play,
this was like an Xbox 360 release title, wasn't it? The first game, like this game came out like 15 years ago or
Alan
something.
Wake, they are lying to you. Making Alan Wake 2 is like if for some reason they decided to.
I've watched a playthrough of this game, but I haven't played it
Sony
myself.
news is that they are slowly bringing all of their major titles to the PC. Uncharted, God of War,
That's dope,
Death
man.
Stranding, Horizon.
I didn't know Uncharted was coming to
and The
PC.
Last of Us.
That's fucking
I'm
sick.
very happy for PC-only gamers that can finally get at some of these incredible games. And
What is a better game studio than Naughty Dog? I was talking to my friends about this. In terms of consistency, and say what you will about Last of Us 2, I thought it was still a good game. It wasn't as good as Last of Us 1, but I still thought it was a pretty good game. I feel like Naughty Dog has like the most consistent game catalog like of all time, being consistently exceptional. Square Enix is up there. They have some stinkers though, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not though. Kingdom Hearts 3. You guys are gonna have to help me out with this. I know I'm missing. Fucking FromSoft as well, of course.
and also Days Gone. The Persona series is coming to Xbox, but not Nintendo. But don't worry, Nintendo fans, you guys get Xenoblade 3. You poor bastards.
Monkey to Luffy.
He's called Banjo-Kazooie, you idiot. God of War looks amazing. It's still slated to come out this year.
I can't
Probably
wait for
won't, but when
Ragnarok.
it does, there ain't no way it's gonna be able to match up against this next game. Sonic Frontier. The second I heard open world Sonic,
What?
I envisioned one of the greatest comedy masterpieces of all time.
This looks pretty
Looking
cool.
at the gameplay, I am very disappointed that Sonic is not constantly clipping through the terrain. I did not
It looks
think
too
they would be able to
polished.
Get that part right. A couple months ago, Yuji Naka, the director of Balan Wonderworld, spoke out.
What is
saying
that?
He was
What's
removed
Balan?
as the game's director halfway through development, and then Square Enix shoved the game out the door unfinished. So far,
Never heard
I'm
of it.
not seeing any farmers or dancing sequences in Sonic, which is a shame. But the developers have clarified that this is not actually an open world game. No.
What?
Sonic Frontiers is an open zone game. It's very Strand-like in that sense.
Now,
Makes sense.
I'm excited to announce a special partnership between
What's
Xbox
this gonna be?
Game
It's gonna be some
Studios
bullshit.
and one of the greatest creative minds and innovators in our industry.
Oh!
Thank you, Kojima-san. We're thrilled to have Kojima Productions.
Meanwhile,
No
at
way.
Jeff Keighley's
What is
house, they held
what is Kojima's next game gonna be? Has he mentioned it at all? Maybe he just announced that there's a new game in development, but I guess he hasn't said anything about it yet.
The Dead Space event, where every game shown was the game Dead Space. Here's a new Dead Space. That's the Callisto Protocol, my bad. Now this is the actual Dead Space, right? Yeah, see? But then this came on, and I was like, is this really another Dead Space?
Oh, I got confused by this as well, because I thought this was literally Dead Space after seeing the Callisto Protocol, which I know was made by the original developers of the Dead Space series, so this whole shit was confusing. I think this is Aliens? Maybe?
That's something brand
Oh no,
new.
Fort Solace, right.
Dead Space.
And my favorite, the most anticipated open world RPG
Dead
of the
Space.
last 20 years.
Zelda.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Starfield was the big reveal of this year's E3. Turns out it's actually No Man's Sky, but with shooting. But the shooting is really sluggish and it's wonky looking.
Yeah.
But there's 1,000 planets. The concept behind this game is exciting. It's something that really taps into your imagination.
Okay.
Flying out into space.
I did see this, and I have thoughts.
Societies and ecosystems. However, Bethesda was already struggling to keep up with modern standards 7 years ago when Fallout 4 came out. And now with games like Elden Ring, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Red Dead 2, Sonic
Harry
19,
Potter!
These huge games
The
pushing
Hogwarts
the
game
limits
as
of
well.
scope and polish. I don't see how Bethesda could possibly meet this new, much higher standard with Microsoft spending the entire budget on Blizzard. I would love to be wrong, but the last super ambitious open world Western RPG was Cyberpunk 2077. Back to you.
Yikes.
Next, it's time for a new...
Yikes. Okay, Starfield aesthetically looks incredible. I love how the different biomes, the different cities, the landscapes, the vistas, they all look really good. My main concern, and they also showed a lot of different systems. They showed the shooting, of course, the gunplay. They showed the outer space flying around in your spaceships. I am primarily concerned that this game is going to have zero depth. It's going to be all novelty, all gimmick. I don't feel like the combat mechanics are going to be able to hold up for a whole game. I think it's going to get really stale halfway through based on what I saw. Like Dunkey said, the combat does look a little bit sluggish. It doesn't look super rewarding to actually shoot and take people out of the game, but hopefully I'm wrong on that. Same thing with the flying in space. There's 1,000 planets. How much stuff are you really going to be able to do on those planets? And is it just going to be a copy paste of the stuff you could do on the other planets, right? That's my main concern with the game of this size and scale, especially by a company like Bethesda, who, as we saw with Fallout 76, making the game fun isn't really their main priority. I have low expectations. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's Game of the Year, like incredible, but as of right now, I'm sure me and a lot of other of you guys are kind of hesitant about the Starfield in general.
New look at Honkai Star Rail, an upcoming open world space RPG. Yeah, a lot of space today from...
Oh my god. It seems like there were like 3 different ideas that got circulated around all the different development studios that were going to attend Summer Games Fest. Wow. That was fun, man. That was very different than what I'm used to reacting to from Dunkey. A lot of the videos that I've reacted to from Dunkey in the past have been very chaotic, more focused on showcasing like his humor and some memes and things of that nature, but I like these types of videos that he does, that he actually discusses topics and he drills down and he gives more of his opinion on things. This was awesome. I mean, I haven't really watched the Dunkey video that I didn't like, so I'm not surprised. So yeah, guys, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave some more recommendations for me in the comments. I have a long, expanding list of recommendations that you guys have been adding to for me, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and drop a sub so you guys don't miss anything else from me in the future. I think I want to go back and do some actual gameplay on this channel, so if that's something that you guys want to see as well, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that though, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.